Okay, Joanne Fisher here again for our Tuesday Night Live series. So tonight Kirby couldn't join us, but I have Kari Beyer here instead. So Kari, say hello.
Hi.
So Kari's another body talk practitioner here in Saskatoon, but she also incorporates using arts to help through that process. So tell us a little bit about you and how you got started in body talk.
Well, I started in body talk in 2015, and I had a lot of pain and stress in my life in the form of heart issues, and probably like 3 or 4 a month, and I had my first body talk session, and after that I only had 1 a month, and I was like really skeptical of how that actually was gonna look in the long run, and I thought I would take some courses, and I just keep taking courses, and my heart seems a lot better, and I have way less pain and stress in my life, and it's just the little things that...
Do you have a day job?
I actually was a stay-at-home mom for 20 years, and
much like Susan too. Hey?
Yeah,
okay.
My kids have stopped. Well, they're 19. My youngest is 19, so they don't need my help anymore. So off I go on body talk.
Nice, yeah. As I said here, that's a few people in the practice around here going that route. Mm-hmm. So far, we just have Kara. Hi, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Right. So, what about the art stuff? How long have you been doing art stuff?
Not very long, probably since April, and I've just started painting. I love art, and I love my background, I guess, is interior design, so I kind of like that artistic sort of outlook of life, and my mom's a painter, so I just started painting, and I didn't realize what it was at first, and I just started putting the paint to the canvas and did a little bit more research and checking things out, and figuring out what my point of the whole thing was.
Yeah, I did a little online quiz thing the other day that just had you pick your favorite 3 colors and the least 3 favorite colors, and I gave you this whole personality analysis, and I did it for myself and I did it for the kids, and my husband did it, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
How much colors tell about us.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I'm not really that analytical in the fact of analyzing every painting that I do, but I know that through a lot of the body talk courses, especially Mindscape, that how you draw, how you relate to people, what jobs you choose is an indication of what your body is kind of trying to tell you, mm-hmm. and what belief systems are ready to be collapsed, and that's the premise of the art, I guess, to be able to collapse belief systems about and kind of heal in that. And even just the painting, like putting paint to canvas, is just a huge opening of yourself, right? An opening of your intuition, just like kind of letting things go, and really being able to just kind of show a little bit of yourself, even if it's just, the canvas at your house and quiet kind of thing. But you can also, put yourself out there. So.
And Kyla is telling us she's done painting with Kari, and it's truly healing, and she's thanking you for what you do. So we have some fans out
Kyla.
there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. So I think you said just to let me go and do what I want to do, mm-hmm. as far as the painting goes, and then we'll have a look at it after. And so while I'm doing that, you're going to just kind of go through what you brought for some of your other stuff.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say, Joanne, if you just want to take some deep breaths and just like close your eyes. And previously to getting online, Joanne has chosen some colors, and like she was saying, that it's so like such a good indicator of what Joanne's feeling today and who she is, as to which color she's chosen. So she's just gonna kind of paint with her colors, and just like whatever you decide to put on there is awesome. Like if you kind of have a shape that you like or that you're thinking about as you're breathing. And sometimes as I paint, I have to breathe a little bit more, because it's quite moving when you actually connect to your breath and just paint. So some of my paintings, as you see behind here, I don't know, I don't really have a plan when I start with them. Sometimes I mindscape and just
Tell them a little bit about Mindscape.
Okay, that's a good idea. So Mindscape is just using your...
I have a Mindscape brochure if you want one to get a little bit more of an idea.
Oh, that's
yeah. Allison gave me a bunch of stuff.
Oh, awesome. So Mindscape is about using your non-logical brain and trying to figure out kind of the deeper part of yourself. And I took my courses with Kristen Pierce, and she's awesome in Mormon. And it's amazing how when we connect to our intuition and our the non-logical part of ourselves, that how much we can connect to healing, and that's kind of cool. So yeah, a lot of time I just have kind of a shape, like if it's just like two lines that cross or something like that, and then I just start filling in colors wherever I think. And usually when I start thinking about where the colors go, then I just decide that I'm thinking too much, so I have to stop and just breathe a little bit, and then just choose a color and start kind of making shapes on the canvas. And I can't believe how many times that, like, even this middle picture here, I didn't even realize that it was a tree until the end. I mean, but then again, I see a tree, and other people see something totally different, which is what art is about, which is so cool. So, and I've had another client that has come for a session, and she's taken her piece of art and put it into her personal space, and it's amazing how many times that she turns around and uses it for, like, either a healing session or for just kind of noticing it at different times in her life, and how significant it has become for her, which is kind of neat. And actually this summer, which was really cool because I didn't realize that other people would do this, like intuitive art, and I was in Vancouver and walking down the road, and there was this like an art sale, and this man was selling his art, and so like a whole bunch of people were selling their art, And I just kind of walked down the street, and I was like taken aback because this guy had the same style of art that I had. And I went up to him and I was like, hey, that is awesome work you do. And we started talking about how he was doing it as well for healing, and but he called it intuitive art as well. So that was kind of neat. And it's amazing how lost you can get in your painting process as you paint and not really realize kind of your outside world, which is kind of fun. Just to get lost for a minute. Can we show your art a little bit?
Mm-hmm. You can't see me at all.
I know, it's like there. Just awesome. Very nice job.
I took art in university. Not very successfully, but one of my electives. Yeah.
That's cool.
I took both the drawing and the painting basic classes.
Nice. This kind of gets you into that, like, you know, a little bit about putting the paint to the canvas sort of thing, which is cool.
I started with this here, which is basically the tattoo that I have. It's a mom and a baby, which was been designed for my business logo, but I never actually got the techie skills to actually make it as a digital design. So yeah, that's where I was drawn to start.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Which is so significant, because art you put on your body is so significant in like what it is and also where it is too in your body. Have you like felt relief, I guess, from some of the tattoos that you get, or no?
Well, the first one that I got done was actually my own design.
Yes.
I am on my back, and it's a heart, and it's like kind of like a sun kind of growing thing out of it. And that one, when I almost fell asleep, and I found that one was really relaxing, and it was like it took a lot of the tension out of my upper back.
Yeah.
My colored pieces were not so so joyous to get.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, then I have the chakras.
Which is beautiful. Yeah.
So then I have a dragon and a dragonfly and a lotus on my leg as well. And the dragonfly has the rainbow chakra colors as the segments on its body.
Nice. It just shows you too that some of our, beliefs, right, in our life, or belief systems that we have created when we're young, can be so painful, but then but also, like your one on your back there, can be so relieving too. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like amazing how there's that dichotomy of the both.
Yeah, which was quite funny because this one, when I was taking module 6, I guess it was, one of the girls girls in the class was saying, that needs to be your business logo. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I have this one that I'm set up with and whatever else. But then we went to do Module 9, the Matrix. It was coming up that my name, Joanne Yankee, which I never changed my name when I got married, because my business was Joanne Yankee Yoga, and I already knew for the last year or so that I had to drop yoga and close up my space and everything. That when I finally did that, but my primary matrix, I got a no for Joanne Yankee, that I actually had to be Joanne Fisher, so I went and changed my name, being married 6.5 years. So, because Joanne Yankee didn't serve me anymore. So now and then it became Fisher Family Body Talk, and and then hence the logo that actually I haven't got anyone. So if anyone's watching that does graphic design that wants to design me a logo, I will pay and trade if you like. Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll throw that out there. More red. So pretty.
That's awesome.
Pretty simple little plan.
Yeah, it's amazing how things just pop in like that, into your world, and even though you think you're going in one direction, and then all of a sudden this change happens, and it can be so easy to, right? Like, I mean, that was probably way easier to keep your name and then all of a sudden like change it later than it was to, like, if you would have changed it right away, there would have been a lot of like huge shifts that needed to happen before this.
It was the one thing is Facebook. I was always Joanne Yankee Fisher on Facebook, so for a lot of people that didn't really knew me from that realm, it wasn't a huge shift for them. But in work at the clinic and stuff, and a few other areas, it's like, what's going on? Funny story. Bodytalk told me I couldn't keep my name anymore.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing how our lives come together, and as well as this painting is just coming together. I just think so good. I'm gonna move it over a bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. So is there any kind of theme or thoughts that you're having right now, Joanne?
I don't know. It's like I just keep moving into kind of spaces of, now that I look at it, this is like kind of bird-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got like the leaves and kind of a sun-ish thing going on, and I don't know, just very nature-y shifting happening now.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just feeling.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I find it interesting when you look at the monitor compared to when you just look at the
difference in color.
Difference in color, yeah.
And then the kind of the texture too.
Right.
You don't see how it's textured.
Oh, very nice. They're like, it's amazing. I was just thinking about how different each session that we do, like whether body talk or the art or anything really in healing modality, how different they are, each and every one of them.
Well, I can say for sure I've never done the same body talk session twice.
Yeah, for sure.
And even body talk kind of has set protocols to do things. It breaks the rules It breaks one rule every session, I think. It's like, oh, it's never done this before.
It's interesting.
I'm not feeling drawn to much else there, so.
Cool. That's awesome.
So, where does it go from here?
Okay, well, if you want to just, like, kind of sit in front of it, or just kind of look at it a little bit if you want. And kind of just take some deep breaths and kind of then close your eyes. And this painting has like a message for you. And if you just want to kind of take the painting into your mind's eye and ask it what its message is, if it wants to tell you anything, or maybe what colors or shapes kind of pop out in your mind.
Almost like a teeter-totter.
Interesting.
Yeah, right? Just like...
Yeah. And it just, my jaw is just really sore when you say that, like, when teeter-totter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, actually, it's like your pancreatic reflex point and taking on the sweetness of life.
Ability to metabolize our experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then like the ocean in the middle, right? So
Oh,
it's like
nice. What is the word that you say about that ocean part?
well, consciousness is always how the ocean describe consciousness, that we're like a wave of existence, and so it's like this little pool.
Cool.
Stuck in the middle of this teeter-totter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
how
like-
this.
That who we are is already formed, and that we have this idea innately. We know who it is we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to be. And I did a video at one point about our purpose, and that when we know our life's purpose and we find harmony, we stop having that physical pain, we stop having that stuff when we're going on our path. That when we're not on that path, that we end up doing things to redirect our path. That I broke my arm in a car accident that led me to yoga, and all the little things that led me eventually to here.
Totally.
And that I had a planner's work for a decade, that once I finally closed the yoga space, they went away. Like, nothing under the sun, but my purpose is to be doing bodytalk and to be doing this work, to be helping people in this way. And yeah, so this whole thing of that purpose and that teeter-totter of maybe it's kind of like a Christmas tree, but I'm also kind of sensing like barbed wire.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, right? Like it's a double-edged sword kind of idea.
Totally, right? Like Christmas versus barbed wire.
Yeah. Just that whole thing that it's, bodytalk is such an unknown thing. Like, it's those of us that have found it and love it, and we swear it'll heal everything under the sun, right? And yet then, we're wrought with so much skepticism and disbelief, and so there's kind of the sharp barbedness of it all, right?
Totally. And what does Christmas mean to you?
about a little bit about hope, the hopes and dreams of the kids and all the other stuff, and about that family time, but also really disliking all the materialism and the need to gift.
Yeah.
And the requirements of it.
Interesting how that's coming up too. Yeah, that's cool.
That's my thoughts on Christmas anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then what else is coming up?
Sunny horizon over the business. It's like, the business is...
Oh, that's really cool how you see it over your business. Oh, beautiful.
The little business logo and that sunny horizon that we get together monthly, a group of us body talkers, as you were aware.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get to join us yesterday, but yeah, we did a whole bunch of shifting on our growth as in awareness in the population, and
nice.
Yeah, and so blossoming maybe too, right? So with the leaves
with
and
the
like
leaves.
the growth. And
Beautiful.
I'm not sure with the bird and the heart brain. Heart brain.
That's interesting.
So again, the whole body talk, head, heart, gut, that we have all, that basically our brain is in every single cell, right? That we need to be thinking more with our heart and more with our gut and getting out of that logical brain.
For sure, yeah.
That bird brain, I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's interesting how the heart went to the brain, and then look at how your business is in the gut. That's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's really cool. Yeah. And yeah, that's really amazing how that sort of...
the pool of consciousness.
Yeah.
The teeter totter of... well, actually, I think that's really about the balance, my work-life balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got, my blood, sweat, and tears of the family and the kids, and...
Yeah, good. Breathe again. Because you just... That's good. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing this, like, very in-depth part from you, right? Like this, and I'm sure that you're going to really, maybe you'll notice it if you keep it in somewhere, and then all of a sudden notice it at another time. And,
I got a blank spot above my desk here, hey?
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, it's amazing how much kind of it shows you. And if you just want to, like, we could just do courtesies together. Like, is that all right?
Sure.
After this. And we'll just kind of integrate what has come up in this painting.
So we've introduced courtesies in a couple of the videos. It's just a way of getting the head, heart, gut, brain all into balance, getting us out of stress mode when we're always stuck in that fight, flight, stress response. None of our systems function the way they need to function. And just involving a few good, easy breaths as we work the hand from the base of the skull all the way around. Allison introduced the courtesies with us last week. And we just work from the base of the skull, just trying to cover every region of the brain, creating electromagnetic field, getting all that good brain stimulation. And I still have a hard time remembering to tap the gut brain, because that was a newer addition in the last year or two from the body talk. It was always just tap head and tap heart. So the habit of doing courtesies without the guts is being hard to break.
Well, we do it quite a few times a week. At least I do. And yeah, it is hard to break that habit. But it's amazing how much courtesies helps us center and helps us calm our freak out brain to calm down.
Yeah, and I see it with the kids a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the body talk, we have the fast aid protocol. Oh, we have I love the picture from Katie.
Nice.
So yeah, see, hi Katie.
Hi,
We'll
Katie.
see her next week.
Yes, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, with the kids at the fast aid protocol to do that Courtesies technique 3 times. One to bring us out of that fight, flight, shock mode of, you know, something being wrong. I did it a lot with morning sickness. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be sick. Down Courtesies. And then the second time to get the body to move away from and to focus on fixing whatever that problem is. And then a third time to bring it back and calm it down again. So yeah, Courtesies is awesome in any kind of situation you need.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool art piece you did, and it's amazing that you can have like an art piece and be like healing kind of through it and with it kind of thing. Because a lot of times in our environment we don't notice things that are reoccurring, right, over and over again until we kind of get smacked in the face, like your broken arm or stuff like this, right? And it's amazing how that.
Yeah, we keep learning the same lessons over and over and over again until we finally learn them, right? Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and like I know that a lot of times, like you can take your painting into your, if you're meditating, because you do yoga a lot, right, Joanne? And
I'm trying to do more of my own self practice.
Exactly.
I'm not teaching as much. It was always fun when I was teaching like 25 hours a week to never do my own practice. So now that I've toned that down to, try to get my own practice. And now that I have a space I can actually lay out in, as the rest of the house is still a reno zone. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Okay, so from the plethora of bodytalk practitioners that have joined us tonight, you guys have any other comments or questions? The other key K's. We got Kyla, Katie, and
Kara.
And Kara to
Awesome. So, did you find it difficult to put the paint on the canvas? Or is it pretty easy?
I really wanted to think about what I was doing and trying to make it something. And I'm like, okay. Just let it be whatever it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to make it look like something.
Yeah, which is so hard to do, just to kind of like cut off your logical brain saying, let's not make it a sunset, or right? And then, but it turned into something amazing, and each brushstroke is like tells a story. The other fun thing that I do sometimes is like, even if with like the side of the leaf, you can, take that into your mind's eye and just be like, write every word that you can think of about that one, just breaststroke, right? And if you have like a question beforehand, like just kind of say, hey, whatever your question is, and then just write all these words down and see where that takes you, kind of thing.
The tarot of it, hey? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our intuition is always trying to tell us stuff.
Totally. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can say goodnight from there.
Yeah. Well.
Oh,
right. I forgot that. Thanks, Katie.
So Katie just asked, did you talk about what happens when you flip the picture around? Yes. So like upside down or sideways? Or?
Sure, whichever way you think, because it's amazing how that happens too. And sometimes I even just flip it while I'm painting too. Forgot that part. Turns into something else. Oh, look at your symbol. It's like a heart now. An upside down heart. But I don't know why that is so significant.
It's like, that's like boobs.
Oh, there you go. A boob heart. That's funny. What stands out to you, Joanne?
Well, the bird being more belly-ish. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because the other way, I didn't notice the belly either on it.
Yeah. Well, you did say it was in the gut, but
yeah, but I didn't notice that big of a gut. Oh, hello. There we go.
Yeah, so now you can see what it looks like up to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
And it looks different when you view it from the screen versus.
Totally does.
Too, the different perspective.
And look at this. Oh, sorry. Look at this here. That piece that we didn't really talk about before.
Yeah.
And what does it look like to you now?
Now it's really flamey, eh? Like.
Yeah.
Fire and a feather, right?
Oh, cool. Like the blue part is a feather. Neat.
So still birdie stuff, right?
Yeah. Very neat.
Almost like a straw bale.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And it just feels like your body's like cells are just kind of all like taking this in. It's amazing how that's happening. Okay, talk to me about the red on the painting.
Yeah, before I really see a fetus.
Wow.
Yeah, I see a little head, little arms, little feet.
Very cool.
Yeah, so, but even before when it was the other way around, it really gave me that sense that was in the teeter-totter of the maternal self.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's still, giving me a little fetus there.
Yeah.
And it's like cradled in, whereas before it was a big teeter-totter, but now it's this nesting.
Nice.
And then the black is kind of outside our little nest. So it's almost the sense of letting go of the darkness and cradling in the beauty of the feather and the little flamey jewel thing.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty amazing. That's a really amazing notice of the black too, like, because we skipped the black last time.
Yeah, that it was kind of the negative end of the teeter-totter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now it's kind of out of our nest. I don't know, just see if it's, this one's more of a 6. Well, this one popping out as a J now, so.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, getting more into that numerical brain there, I guess.
Nice.
6J. too, right?
Mm-hmm. Your spine is just like really loving all this stuff.
Black line on the left looks like a bird.
Yeah.
It did when it was upright. Does it still look like a bird? Upside down?
Upside down bird.
Very
cool. Fire.
Cool.
Yeah. Turn it over time. Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
There's a different perspective again, yeah.
Yeah.
I see like someone dancing.
Very cool.
With that one now.
Yeah.
And this one seems, it's almost like very indigenous of like the crown, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But still the mom and the baby really cuddled in.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really, I'm really drawn into like indigenous art. It's like a teepee shape, right?
Wow, hey.
And then like the crown of the feathers and the, yeah,
beautiful.
Really. This, some 8th chakra past life stuff have come up really about this area, and my son having a run-in with a ghost when he was 3 of a little indigenous girl from back before the settlers came, and so yeah, that this area had some really strong energy from that area, from that from her. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's almost like this camp. And love and yeah, the powwow, hey?
Oh, yeah.
The dancers.
The dancers.
That I seen first, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. The feathers. I have a friend of mine who is Métis and a very wonderful intuitive healer, and I do have a number of indigenous clients, and she just said that's an area that she feels I'm really drawn to be working, so yeah, to help heal some of that.
And it's, yeah. Being supportive in that, and it's amazing how on the other 2 sides we didn't see that at all, you know.
But it seems like a cohesive picture this way. Like it's like we have the teepee and we have the powwow and we have the fire and cool.
Very neat.
Cool.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I might put it up on that side.
Yeah. Maybe turn the other way. See what happens that way.
Go back to.
Oh, you want to go there?
Go back there. Bird.
Yeah. And that's quite predominant in this way and then upside down way, but the other way that we had it, you didn't see the bird.
It was almost, just like a river or something below.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
That way. It's something completely different again.
Definitely. Take a breath. That's a huge shift on that part. Very nice.
Oh, I see like a big figure now, right? Head, arms. still dancing.
Still dancing, yeah.
I'm still dancing figure. Apparently I need to go dancing.
Apparently. Well, chakra dance week is next week, right? That'll be great. Awesome. So you're, yeah, like I don't know, there's just a lot of spine stuff going on, I feel, right now.
Actually, I just mentioned that it's my ribs.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I used to always get, my ribs would displace and actually come up on my sternum, and we have to pop them back into place.
Oh,
and
okay.
so I used to have really extra flexible cartilage in there, and I displaced them all the time. And once I stopped working a job where I had repetitive reaching, they actually settled in a little bit better. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now is
Cool.
those ribs that were always problematic for me. Ribs.
That's funny.
That could be rib cage too, right?
It could be, for sure.
Not even that.
Yeah. Well, we did say breasts at the beginning, right?
The other, yeah, when it was
upside down,
it's like, yeah.
That's funny. Beautiful.
I'll have to explore what my rib stuff is all about.
Yeah.
That was old stuff.
It was.
Yeah.
But like, as you know, how we work through layers of different things, and this might be just like a deeper layer of that.
Yeah.
That you haven't looked at it that way before. Yeah.
That's where we can go through a little bit of body talk and find out what that is more about, I guess, when I'm ready for that.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I guess we probably let you guys go. Kept you long enough. Unless you guys have anything else to add. Thanks for the new perspective on that, Katie.
Yeah, that was awesome. Good timing.
It looks so different from the screen versus
It does, doesn't
the
it?
angle here.
And I find sometimes when I walk into my room with all my paintings, all of a sudden one painting will stand out more than another, and I've never seen that painting that way before, which is really cool. As you work through whatever is going on here, then like your next layer will kind of come. Kind of fun.
Now I can go look at the 1-year-old's pictures, and say, hey, what's going on with you?
Exactly. Well, they're so amazing, and they shift so quickly, those kids. Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks for having me, Joanne.
Yeah, it was great.
This was awesome.
So we will check in next week with Katie to talk about more about how shifting our own stuff shifts everybody around us, and I've seen that really greatly with the dynamics of my family. The more work I do on myself, how it shifts everybody. So that's what me and Katie are going to get into next week. So alrighty, we'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you.